We had some good football this past weekend. The $1 million question is, boy, I'm trying to figure out just how bad this daggone game gonna look between Jackson State and Bethune-Cookman, as well as Grambling State versus Alcorn State University. Because you know what? Alcorn State and Grambling State both have, they're on a winning streak right now. And somebody's winning streak going to come to an end. Jackson State and Bethune-Cookman, they playing this weekend to see who's going to continue to keep moving forward. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I think Bethune-Cookman is out of that thing as far as we're trying to play for the SWAC Championship. I mean, as being a representative to go play in the SWAC Championship for the East Division. But we got some SIAC football. The championship game is set. Man, we got to talk about this Fountain City Classic, boy. I mean, hey, when you say classic, boy, I mean, when you say classic, start with a C, but you got A and B that become before C. But when you go B and then A, y'all know where I'm going with this. We're going to talk about that too. Boy, woohoo. What else we got going on here? Morgan State and daggone Delaware State. Oh, my God. Well, hey, Coach, your favorite coach will go ahead and get into all of this stuff. I know y'all like, Coach, where you been? Like I told y'all last week, I had some daggone mechanical issues going on with my equipment. Matter of fact, I lost the recording device. So it's just been one ugly week. I do apologize. You know, like I said before, this is part of the game. This is how this goes. And I am being transparent with you, letting you know exactly what's happening with me over here in these streets, trying to make sure I get y'all this content. So we're going to go ahead and get on in this thing right about now. It's your favorite coach back at it again. 10 toes down, I'm about to tell you how it all went down. This is Tomorrow League Sports Network with your host, Coach Walker. If you're new to the channel, please like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you can get all upcoming videos. For all my leaders out there, welcome back. Y'all know the drill. Y'all know the routine. If you haven't done so already, please like, comment, and share these videos. And tap in the free to Twitter. Tell them to come on in. It's nothing but positive vibes. We're just having a good time talking about HBCU sports. And don't forget, you can follow us on all social media platforms. The links are listed down below in the description. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and jump on in this thing. Because like, Coach, talk to me. What's going on? What you seeing out there? What you think about all this madness going on right now? Listen, and I forgot all about Prairie View. Hey, Prairie View, Coach Jackson over there. Hey, Coach Jackson might have manifested something in the beginning of before the season started, and I don't think y'all quite understand what this man talking about. Hey, that man said, "There is a place that I wanna go. The land of the place ringing in my ear. Atlanta, Atlanta, Atlanta is the land of the purple and gold. Oh, the land of the purple and gold." They trying to get there. Y'all better watch out. They trying to get there. That's all I'm trying to tell you. They trying to get there, boy. Woo! They put one on Alabama A&M, man. Coach Shea, hey, listen. Coach Shea gonna get that thing together over there, Alabama A&M. Y'all, hey, Bulldog fans, keep your faith in your favorite. Hey, keep your faith in your coach over there. Trust me. Y'all had some issues with your quarterback. Y'all already know. Y'all got to get that under control, and things will go ahead and work itself out. Coach Shea gonna go ahead and get this thing rolling, get itself together as far as with the athletes they're gonna bring into the program come next season. Hey, they had a bad outing. I mean, it just they couldn't move the ball. Prairie View was just on them. I mean, just straight up and down. They was out there. They was on that thing. But I'm gonna come back and talk about that later. I just had to get that out the way because I thought about Coach, man, off the rip. Y'all hear Knox in the background once again. He's playing shy. He don't want to come get in the daggone video. He don't want to be on the show, and it's cool. I understand it. You know, he has his moments. But we gonna get into this. Grambling State, Bethune-Cookman. Man, the fines have been levied. Y'all got folks out there mad as all outside about, you know, the number of players that got put out the game for this upcoming week and the fines that each school has been hit with as far as the brawl that set in hole over at Grambling State University. It got a little ruthless out there, man. I mean, they throwing haymakers out there, boy. I mean, at the end of the day, you still had a game that you had to play. But I got to tell you this. Mr. Head, young man, was out there balling, boy. Hey, that's quarterback number 4. Hey, that young man there, he's nice. Oh, he's real nice. That young man went 12 for 20 for 220, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception, and was sacked 1 time. Quarterback number 4. hey, you got to give it up to Mickey Joseph over there and the coaching staff getting these quarterbacks prepared to go out there on the field and play. You got to give props where props is due. But Andre Cruz, hey, he came in there with a crew of his own, boy, because he toting that thing 14 times for 130 yards. And I mean, listen, he ain't getting no touchdown. Y'all should have helped that man get in the end zone. All that daggone running he was doing, averaging 9.3 yards per carry. You can't take that away from him. But the defense for Grambling State Tigers, they were able to get out there and, create turnovers in which they were able to force Cam Ransom to fumble the ball twice in the game. And that was truly costly for Bethune-Cookman. Actually, Cam Ransom ended up getting put out that game, and they had to come in with another quarterback that, he had a pretty decent game himself. Timmy McLean, he threw the ball 18 times, completed 15 for 224 yards, 1 touchdown. That young man, like I said, Coach Woody got some athletes over there that can come in and spell somebody out if they need to and do what they need to do, to go ahead and help that team keep moving forward. They believe in what Coach Woody got going on, and we're going to find out exactly how that's going to go down when they come to Jackson this week to play against Jackson State at the Vet. But we're going to move on from that game. We're going to get to matter of fact, let me just go ahead and do this right. Albany State and Albany State and Fort Valley. I'm trying not to laugh so hard because, my oldest boy is an alumni from Albany State. My middle son is getting ready to be an alumni from Fort Valley. And, son, I'm sure you're going to be watching this, but y'all got belt put to ass this weekend. I'm sorry. I'm just got to call it the way I see it. Hey, I'm trying to understand what in the world is going on over there. Now, all fun and games aside, because I like to have fun with everything that I'm doing. But I do, Don Hudson Jr., who's the true freshman quarterback for Fort Valley State University, he was out. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I believe he was out due to an ankle injury. So that young man, he did not play in the game. But all in all, I gotta give Albany State their credit. They just got out there and just went to work. I mean, they scored first on a touchdown pass, 46-yard touchdown pass to the tight end. Jamarian Davis caught a touchdown pass from Isaiah Knowles. I mean, that thing was so pretty. I mean, he caught that thing on the rope, just took off with that bad boy. And that was all she wrote from there on out. And you sat there, you watched how meticulous coach had the passing attack going in the game, as well as they were running the ball also. But Fort Valley had multiple turnovers in the game. If I'm not mistaken, they had 2 interceptions that was returned for pick sixes. So, I mean, when you have an outing like that that's going on in a game, that's ugly right there. I mean, like I stated before, that's just not something that you want to see happen. But Albany State is definitely showing that they are heads and tails above everybody else that's in the SIAC right now. They're going to play Benedict College this weekend in the SIAC Championship, who they beat 3 weeks ago, and that game there was that was an ugly one as well. So we're going to see exactly what Benedict College is going to be able to do when they play each other. It's kind of like a role reversal between these two teams, because if I'm not mistaken, 3 years ago when they 3 years ago when they played each other at Lakewood Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, Benedict College had beat Albany State during the season, and the same thing happened, in that game, which they came back in the championship game, and they actually came out there and won that game as well. So I'm not giving y'all who I believe is going to win just yet. Y'all got to come back and tune in for all of that. But I do like what I'm seeing with both teams. Albany State is able to score at every level out there on the field, be it defense, special teams, or offense. It doesn't matter. Whoever gets the ball in their hands, they're going to go to work, and they're going to put some points up on the board. So Benedict is definitely going to have to come in there and make sure that they are able to control Albany State in this game, unlike the last time when they played a couple of weeks ago when Albany State beat them 31-3. I mean, Albany State slowed up that Benedict Tigers offense out there, and it just didn't bode well for them out there. So we're going to see exactly how all of this is going to turn out. And like I said, I hope to see a great SIAC Championship game. Hopefully your favorite coaches out there at that game this weekend. I'm trying to find out how all this is going to pan out for your boy. But we're going to, either which way it go, we're going to get it together. We're going to bust a move. We're going to do something. But let's move on down the line on this thing. Morgan State and daggone Delaware State. Listen here. Coach Jacks for Delaware State. He got them young men believing in what they can accomplish with them sticking together as a team. I watched the quarterback for Delaware State get out there on the field. Caden Bennett threw the ball 24 times, completed 16 for 169 yards. The only problem was he had them 2 interceptions. Looking at Caden Bennett out there on the field compared to early on in the season, he's beginning to really believe in the talent as well as believe in himself, getting that ball up and down the field where they're able to make plays in the passing game. Now, James Jones, he had another fantastic rushing attack in this game, which he rushed the ball 13 times for 115 yards, had 1 touchdown. But you know what? Morgan State, Randall Norton, he was like, hey, I'm not going to be outdone in this thing. I'm going to come on in this thing. I'm going to do what I got to do too. And he rushed the ball 7 times for 104 yards. He had 1 touchdown on the day, and that 1 touchdown was a 67-yard touchdown rush that he had, I want to say, toward at the end of the game where they were trying to do a 2-point conversion. They ended up coming up short on getting that done to try to tie the game and sit in the overtime. But I will say this: the one thing, and this is no shade on nothing that's going on. I see a lot of folks talking about how coach needs to be on the hot seat and all this other business. Listen, Coach Wilson comes from a winning culture. It took him a minute to build the program when he's over there at when he was at Bowie State University. He's been over in Morgan. He's been over at Morgan State right now for a couple of years. I think, if I'm not mistaken, 3 years. I'm believing that coach gonna have this thing. He's gonna right the ship, get them right when it comes to come next year. They were able to hold Delaware State from out. They were able to hold Delaware State out there on the field. Excuse me. They were able to hold Delaware State to 114 yards rushing on 36 carries, compared to many teams that we've seen before where you had Delaware State was just out there running up and down the daggone field at the drop of a dime, and no one found a way to stop them. It was like that offensive line was wearing people down, and they were not able to do anything to get off the defense were not able to do anything to get off the field and stop Delaware State from rushing that ball. So you got to give Coach Wilson and his coach staff over there at Morgan State, give them a little props that they were able to keep this game close. But they got to find a way to get that offense moving, and that is something that's really been hindering them over the past couple of seasons. They got to get some playmakers, you know, as far as the receivers, and you know they got to find them a quarterback that's going to be able to do it every weekend. I'm not saying that Mr. Raymond Moore III can't do it every weekend, but I'm just saying you cannot in this day and age, if you're trying to compete because everybody's building teams, you got to come out there with a mindset that you're gonna be the best thing smoking every daggone week. It can't be no drop-offs. If it's a drop-off, then that means your receiving game and your defense is picking up the slack that the quarterback may have came up short that week. But that is not what happened here. And that's one of the things I got to say, that the defense definitely held their end, but in the end, you still needed those points to score. And when Morgan State was able to go up 14-3 in the first half, I mean, you already knew opportunities was there, but Morgan State couldn't close it, and that's where we at with this thing here. So salute to Delaware State. They're able to move on. Who they got Delaware State play. Delaware State got Howard University this weekend. We're gonna see if Coach can be the spoilers over there at Howard University. Go ahead and turn this thing back a different direction. Let them know, hey, they're not ready for the big time yet. So we'll see exactly how Howard go ahead and position this thing to get the ball rolling, to see if they can play spoiler and slow down Delaware State this season. But like I stated before, congratulations to Coach Jack and the Delaware State Hornets football team, doing some phenomenal things over there, especially running back Coach Clinton Porter's got that running game on point. So y'all got to give Coach them props, boy, because you know what? There's a lot of daggone NFL running backs that's coaching right now that don't have their running backs looking like what this kid is looking like that's over there at Delaware State. So salute the coach over there and the hard work that he's putting in with this young man. Got to give him his props on that. But last but not least, Jackson State and Mississippi Valley State. Now, I ain't going to tell you no tale. I got to give it up to Coach Buckley and what they were able to do out there what he's been able to do thus far. I know everybody like, man, Coach, they ain't winning. What you talking about? What they're able to do? Coach Buckley is going to build this thing into something. Got to get some more athletes over there that's going to be able to compete on that interior line on both sides of the ball. I mean, you got to have some depth out there on the field. If they don't get that depth, I mean, the ebbs and flows of a season where you see athletes go down due to injury, you got to have that next man mentality up. You got to have those athletes there that's going to be able to come in and spell out, come in and continue to do the work, continue to keep doing the heavy lifting that the other athletes was doing that was in there when they were playing. But Jackson State in this game, they were able to come out there and just impose their will on them. I like Jared Lockhart, what he was able to do. That young man went 21 of 27 for 241 yards and 2 touchdowns. He got sacked one time. But Ahmad Miller, once again, showed up and showed out, along with Terrell Davis, as well as Jared, as well as Denario Davenport. Like I stated before, the running back room for Jackson State put on a show in this game. They rushed the ball 45 times for 224 yards. Ahmad Miller had 19 carries for 87 yards. And then you had Travis Terrell, who had 10 rushes for 56 yards, 1 touchdown. But you know what? We got to talk about Mr. Rembert. Nate Rembert went over there. I mean, he out there blowing kisses to everybody. Let them know, hey, I see you. I see you. I see you. Yeah, he blowing kisses. 6 receptions for 97 yards, 2 touchdowns. Again, they were out there having a good time playing ball. Now they got to get themselves ready for a Bethune-Cookman team that's coming in this week looking to play spoiler. And like I stated before, I'm going to say this again, that everybody that's out here still competing, trying to put their best foot forward so that they can get themselves into the SWAC Championship game. Don't go in there and start playing down according to the competition or wanting to play slow and start playing out of character. Get in there and do what you need to do and make sure you handle business in the manner which you need to. I hope the young man, the quarterback for Mississippi Valley State, Josh Brown, I hope the young man is okay. Brandon Nunez came in there and took over the duties as the quarterback. Josh Brown, I hope the young man is okay. If I'm not mistaken, he went out after was the first play of the game that they were on offense. So I'm hoping that young man is fine. Everything is okay with him. But it's down to the wire now. I mean, you got Alabama State still out there flying around. They went to Texas and gave them that work, and Andrew Body wasn't in the game. Y'all know I gotta talk about it. Yeah, it's coming. But guys, I hope y'all enjoyed the content. I hope y'all, tune in, tap in, tell a friend to come on in and holler at your favorite coach. I just want to go ahead and jump on in this thing and give y'all a quick rundown of some things that I saw this past weekend. I mean, heck, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they had the Battle of the Tigers game between Clark Atlanta and Morehouse. Hey, Morehouse is on the uptick. Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all that right now. Morehouse got to get a couple more pieces over there, and they gonna be something to deal with. But Coach Keaton and the Panthers was able to get up out of there with a W in the game. But like I said before, I just had to make sure I run that down to let everybody know that hey, your favorite coach got his eyes on everything. And speaking of which, there's a young man out there that just entered the transfer portal for Bowie State University, quarterback. Could that young man end up over at Morgan State? We shall soon find out. But you know what? I'm going to go ahead and keep my eye on that. If it drops and it go that way, I'm going to let y'all know exactly what's going down. But hey, your favorite coach going to go ahead and get up on out this thing. But until next time, be the one and lead.